Dun, 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 dun. We are now going live. We are live. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. If people have tuned in for this start bit, thank you so much. Welcome to episode 2 of these live streams on a Sunday night. If you are stumbling across it, make sure you do subscribe to the channel and make sure you do check out the channel in the following weeks, where we will have more Football Manager content as well as live streams on Sunday nights. So let's head over to the main FM screen, which I guess is this one here. Yes, it is. Very nice. Let me just make sure everything is up and running on the old YouTube. View my channel. Yes, please, sir. We are live there, so everything is ding daddly doom ding doom. Yep, no thanks to that. And yes, please. So let's make that a bit smaller, and then we are good to go. It's been an eventful summer, shall we say? Because after the last episode, obviously I continued playing, and we lost a couple of people. So if we can go through the people we've lost first off, our goalkeeper's gone to Sporting Gijón. He just started complaining and complaining. So we ended up letting him go 7.5 million. He wanted, wait for this, he wanted £450,000 a week if we were going to let him stick around. £450 a week. Yeah, man, we can't quite afford that. No, just no. So he's ended up moving on. Anaheim finally has gone. I've been trying so hard to sell him to clubs in Norway, but nobody wanted him. So he's ended up going to Brescia for 4.3 million, rises to. And finally, probably the worst one of the lot is Milan Buzek. I went through the whole window with him complaining that he wanted to go after Man City, came with a bid. Unfortunately, he wanted to go for about 15 million. We paid 8.5. He has been a very good player for us. This season, not so good, with only 3 goals and 2 assists in his 16 games. So, even though we are losing a very good player for 35 million, I don't think we're losing one of our key players just because of his poor performances recently. So, yes, it's not ideal, but at the same time, let's think positive. It's okay. Now, in terms of the ins, so we did okay. So we brought in Vladimir Vlasic. That was agreed pretty much a year ago almost, when he first came through the intake at Plovdiv. So he's come in for 35k. Just let him develop in our youth team for a few years. I gave Kongsvinger 5 million for this £40,000 valued player. You know, help out the local clubs. I'm retraining him as a right back at the minute. Need him to just learn that whole right side for me in terms of fit and tactical setups. Uldar, one of our academy players who we end up selling, I've brought back. So we had him, came through our intake. We ended up selling him to Lazio for 2.7 million. Hasn't scored a single goal for Lazio. We've brought him back for 2.5. He's decent, and as a backup option in our squad, I like him. So Sverre Olav Veen Uldal is back for 4.7 million from Sao Paulo. We activated the release fee for Bruno Octavio, and I think this guy looks okay. I do think this guy looks okay. He technically is more of a defensive-minded player, in my opinion, with his tackling of 15, etc. Mentally decent, physically very strong. Labelled as a wonder kid, 4.7 million. I think we had to almost part with that money, because if he doesn't develop how I hope, we can probably move him on and make our money back. And finally, coming in from Molde, comes in 17-year-old who I'm signing him obviously to go and sit in our youth team for now. 5 million. He was valued at 100k. Again, trying to give money to our local clubs. Obviously, help them out. I think he's okay. The issue we've got is because of some of the players we've sold, I would say we're weaker for the second half of the season. I would say we are weaker for the second half of the season. So, we need to improve this team. We need to adjust the team, because I don't think we're performing how we could. Now, when you look at all the greens and look at the success, we're doing alright. We are doing alright. But there's these little slip-ups, like this Egersund at home, Chelsea game at home as well, where we were actually a really on-form team. We're just slipping up in games where we shouldn't. So we're only 4 points clear of Egersund at the minute. And in my opinion, we should be doing better. So I wanted to almost build a new tactic. This is what I've been using. End up dropping Corbett into a Volante role at the minute, and Abdullah as a Volante as well, which isn't his natural role at all. He is definitely a defensive midfielder, stroke ball playing central defender. So these are the issues where we are using players like Corbett is a defensive midfielder, stroke anchor. Again, we are using players in positions which don't suit them exactly right. So I just wondered if we could maybe use the 4-5-1 and basically rebuild it, change it, alter it. So I'm thinking what we do is we clear the slot, okay? So we're going to create a whole new one here. Create a new tactic. Create our own design. Let's just select that for now. But what I want to do, I think, is if I go back to that, okay? So we have our team from the last game here. What can we create here? What can we do? Let's clear our team. Clear entire squad, okay? And I want to pick my best 11, no matter of tactic, okay? So, my best 11, our best goalkeeper for the second half of the season is Petter Gross. Now, he was on loan in the first half of the season at Sogndal. I recalled him because of, obviously, our keeper going to Hihon. Now, we are in the process of bringing in a very experienced Norwegian keeper. He's almost 30. I think he'll be solid. But for now, Gross is our best keeper. Okay? It's hard to pick your best team when you don't know what tactic you're going to set up. But my best players. So, first off, we need our right back. Well, he's been playing right back. It's very hard not to just call him our right back. We've got to refer to him as our best player. So let's check on agreed playing time as well. So we've got a star player there. Important. Regular starter. And then we've got squad player. Okay. So these players, in theory, should be in our squad. Okay. So let's have a look, see where we'll go. Fossedal. His best position is midfield on the right. He's been playing right back stroke wing back for me in the past. Okay? I think he's better in that position than that position, in my opinion. So, if straight away we're saying he's best there, okay? So, let's put him there. Kroll, you're a striker, so we know that, okay? Abdul, we looked at you and we said, you're a ball-playing central defender stroke defensive midfielder. Attribute-wise, for defensive midfielder on support, you are lacking nothing, I would say. No, I don't think he's lacking anything. So, if we put him in there as a defensive midfielder on support, it's his best role. Just seeing what we can come up with by just piecing these people together. Steens, where's your best position? You're 5'10", jump and reach of 8. It's definitely a central defender. Sorry, a defensive midfielder, but he's best as an anchor on defend. Okay, so let's put him in here as a anchor on defend. Right, Amadou, your best position is central defence. You're left-footed, So let's just put you in there, shall we? So central defence, left-footed. Bruno, you are. I do think he's best as a defensive of the central mids, but maybe he could be a centre midfielder. What's he lacking for box to box? He's lacking finishing and positioning maybe, but he has good stamina and stuff. He could be a good box to box, you know. So if he went in there as a box to box midfielder, okay. And then we have Corbett. He's definitely a defensive mid. Is his best position, but he's only 5'7". That's what scares me about Corbett. Why they're suggesting a Cariello, right? Let's read what it says. The Cariello or Shuttler is a supporting role more often used as part of a midfield three, or just two centre midfielders in diamond. So that's when you got someone behind, which we do. It's a job shuttle that's covered lateral areas of the pitch, linked defensive midfield with the attacking. This what separates them to box, as they're not expected to shuttle between the boxes, but between the lines. So maybe having him as that alongside a box to box with them two behind. That would be my first thinking there, but the only issue here is Abdullah as a support would probably clash into him. So my first thinking is, could Abdullah go here as a ball playing defender? So then when he drops back as an anchor, he pushes up. Could that work? Now Abdullah's only 5'10", so as a central defender I get a bit scared having a central defender there. So I do think I would like him in there. But again, it needs to be that support role. So in Carello's support, but is he going to move? Maybe that's something we need to look at. Will he move out the way? Or should he be on the side with the anchor and the box-to-box then gets further forward? And Corbett is both-footed. Bruno is left-footed. Steens is right-footed. Abdullah is also right-footed, hasn't got left foot at all. Damn it. Okay. We'll leave him there. Right, as a wing-back, I think he's probably best on attack, but he can play as a complete wing-back. But I think because we've got two defensive midfielders, we can play him as that. Okay, so at the minute, this is how our tactic looks. Hey Paul, welcome in, buddy. Hopefully you're well. We're trying to piece together a tactic by using the best players we've got first off and seeing how they fit into the team. They don't fit in so well at the minute. So, well, we need another central defender, so he has to go back in there. Then we need someone on the left, so I guess we would do that. Because we do have our left wing back, Racing, who is going to be absolutely insanely good. He's left-footed, he's naturally left back, but we really should actually retrain him in that wing back position in general. Let's retrain him as a complete wing back on attack because he suits it. He's going to be very good. He's only 17. So is he in there? Where's he? Yeah, so let's put him as that. Okay. So at the minute, this is what we piece in together. It looks very defensive. It looks very defensive. And it also looks like it just won't work. But does it look like it won't work? Why wouldn't it work? Do you know what I mean? Why wouldn't it work? My only thinking here is, can he if we put him on defend in central midfield, he's very talented enough to do it. Good stamina. Positioning's fantastic. Teamwork, work rate, concentration. He's got good passing, great first touch. The only thing I'm thinking here is, if he's there, okay, on defend, it frees up them two. He is here on anchor, so he's basically, when we are defending, he's going to become a third centre-back. He's going to become a defensive midfielder. That could work. The only issue is we're 4 points clear in the league and we're going to be testing this in the second half of games. Because I'm going to go with our standard tactic for the first couple of games while this is coming in. My only worry now is, do we play someone here in the attacking midfield position, or do we play a second striker? And how do we link up Crawl to them all? So let's... First off, I need another central defender to play alongside him. So let's go on our positions. In terms of our best central defenders then, I would say it probably has to be Owen Jones. He's played most of the games. 19 games in the league with 7.20 average. Great jump and reach, but he's got really good stamina, good balance and agility. Positioning and decisions is quite good as well. So I think he will do well as a 2. But they do have the anchor, so I don't think we should panic too much. Steens will drop in as an anchor. I'm saying don't panic so much. I think it's more me having a bit of a panic session looking at this. Okay, attacking midfielder. I mean, it's probably going to be Maui just because he's such a good player. This is where the issue comes in. My first instinct is support, because the central midfield behind him is on defend, that if he goes attack, one is going one way, one is going the other, and it's going to separate them way too much, where being on support, he'll almost drop back and link with Abdullah just a little bit more. But at the same time, we've only got 3 people on the attack duty at the minute. And that's a bit concerning. I wonder if we can just say to him, take more risks. Dribble more, because I think him dribbling more might get people into the game more. I don't want to say get further forward, because that again is going to almost separate. And I think Crawl, a pressing forward I don't mind the idea of. I don't mind the idea of just using him as a pressing forward. And my other strikers can also do that as well. Hipster formation there. Trying to find something different just so we can control the game a little bit more, Paul. We've not controlled games too well. If we go to the stats, average possession with 5th at 56%. I think we need to be controlling games a little bit more. Okay, so this is our setup. First off, individually. So Gross, you are 2. Take few risks. And we will go in and adjust, obviously, in transition and stuff to make sure he knows what's what. Fostal, he's already told to cross from byline. I'm going to ask my fullbacks to take more risks. That's where the risks can be taken. Them guys trying to get forward and get them crosses in. Steens, you taking less risk, shorter passing as well. I don't want him to do anything which is risky, shall we say. So let's have a look, shall we? So mentality wise, I'm going to go with positive, because I feel like we will control the midfield with that tactic. In possession, we're going to make sure we stretchen the team. We're going to work the ball into the box and have shorter passing with a standard tempo, I think. At least for the first attempt on it. When we lose the ball, I think because we have 8 players on that halfway line here, should we be countering? I don't think so. We can counter when we've won it, but when we lose the ball, I don't think we should counter press, because quite a few of our players might be just a little bit too deep for that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So in terms of these, distribute my centre-backs do have that ability to pass it out from there, so I'm happy with that. Distribution type, probably ask you to roll it out instead of kicking in balls and it up, mate. In terms of defensive line, I think we'll go with that for now, and we'll definitely have to watch how the tactic works in them first 20 minutes. And just quickly go on training, select this tactic as the one they're going to work on as the primary train tactic. So if I just pick a bench, okay, for this tactic for now, just to get one set up, because all I'm thinking is I can then we'll go with Uldal. Then what I can do is I can save this team selection as new formation, because we will go into the game with this tactic, our original base tactic I've been using, which I think we've pretty much got the players on the pitch already for. Yeah, so we can switch between these two tactics quite easily, in terms of the fact that this starting 11 is roughly the starting 11 I'd put out anyway. I think the only rotation things I do is Niemeyer comes in for Corbett and Abdullah as he develops and get better, but he's still only just turned 17 this month, so I'm not exactly throwing him out there as quickly as I can at the minute. So how long till he's back as well? Back tomorrow. I think we'll go forward. We've got Sogndal coming up, who are 6th place in the league at the minute. We're going to be playing them and hopefully getting at least one goal up. So in the final 30-35 minutes we can switch to this new tactic and give it a proper go. Do we think Ayad Vassin deserves a call-up? Well, he's 17 and started almost every single game for, I think, the 4th best team in Europe. We are the 4th best team ranked in Europe. We have a 17-year-old starting every game at left back, and you're asking me if I think he deserves a call-up for Syria. Yeah, I'm going to say he does, to be honest with you. I'm going to stick my neck on the line. I don't know the other players Syria have, but I'm going to stick my neck on the line and say he deserves a call-up. I know what you're thinking. Optimistic and selfish of me to even assume this. Finchy, welcome in, buddy. Quentin Brand Celtic. One day, Finchy. One day you'll tune in. Oh, I messed up my filter. One day you'll tune in, and I'll have a random Quentin Brand Celtic save running, and the save will be titled "This is for Finchy." Just for you. I'm just wondering, now we've come back to take over Egersund, back to the club before we'd switched to obviously some other teams, could we actually chase down Man City, Milan, Celtic and Chelsea? We are dropping, you can see here, we're going to drop behind Newcastle at the minute in terms of coefficient points. We might pick up enough points to overtake them and stay ahead, but I'm just curious if we could chase down the top 3. Could we become the best team? For some reason, Declan, he has no interest. He's already declared for Syria. He's already declared. I thought it was strange as well. I thought, okay, hopefully he will play for Norway, but he declared for Syria early and just refused. I think Norway tried to call him up, and it came up with a news article that he'd rejected them. So, interesting, shall we say. Okay, so we've got this Sogndal game. Then we've actually got a bit of time. But we can't run the tactic in a friendly game in between because most of our teams are on international duty. Okay, come on. Let's hope we can get ahead in this game so we can then use this new tactic. Foster's struggling fitness, so Sivertson will start here. Also, Maui is struggling, so Half Torsen will come in. 11 goals, 5 assists. He's not the worst backup. And Crawl also is not in the best fitness-wise, so I think we'll play Uldal. And maybe Jones out as well for Smith, just to make sure people are over the percentage where we can afford them. There's still a few people who are just struggling in terms of they're just not fit. They're just not fit. But I think that team should be good enough to get us in the lead here against against Sogndal before we switch to our new tactic and get the first look at it in terms of trying to understand how it works and if it works and if it's something we can continue to develop. So I think there's going to be a few changes, and normally we would like to do it over 8 to 10 pre-season games. But instead I've decided we're going to build a new tactic whilst we are battling for the title. Yeah, it's not the smartest idea for me, is it? But it should work. I have faith in my players. Oh, as our young Brazilian wonder kid almost gets an early goal. I say early, it's over 20 minutes in. Okay, a bit of encouragement there. Looking at the league table, Berda Glimt did pick up a win earlier. They won 2-0. It's a corner now for Sogndal. Comes to the back post. Gross comes out and collects it though. Came back off loan at Sogndal actually, so facing his former club, but came back to become our first choice keeper for the second half of the season. So I didn't bring him back for nothing. Alright, come on. Win the ball back. No, they go long over the top. And the man's free in the middle, and we go, oh my days, I was ready to say we 1-0 down. But I can also see Corbett is really struggling fitness-wise. Just going to go attacking. I'm going to demand more for the final 5 minutes. But Corbett, I don't know what he's done. He must have maybe had a knock or something, because his fitness is well down. Right, come on. Try to actually maybe take control here, because at the minute they are looking like the better team. Ball passing around, they're 1-0 up. We are looking very poor. Svane Melisli, I recognise that name. Did he come through our team? Checking. You trying to build Baglan Dragons in Wales. Our board just wants us to avoid relegation. Oh, yeah, okay. Started as an amateur side, went pro 3 weeks later. I mean, did they not go semi-pro first? Was it like amateur? Nah, let's just go pro. Forget about it. We need to make some changes here. Corbett's really struggling. Also, I think we need to. Do you know what? We've looked so bad in that first half. Let's just switch to this new tactic and let's give it a go. Half Torsten, you're going to have to play in that role, which I think he can do, so it's okay. Abdullah's going into the middle with him as the box-to-box. Yeah, that's right. Uldal, you're coming off for Crawl. Smith can play there, so that's no issue. Sivertson's going to come off for Fostal, is in for the second half. Wingback, Anker, Haftorson, Abdullah, Corbett's going to come out then, and Maui is in for the second half. Positive, trying to control the game more, new tactic. What could go wrong? Saying hi directly from Brazil. Maggie, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you're well. How is Brazil tonight? Hopefully not too hot and sweaty. Right, Abdullah, come on, play football. Goes across to Bruno, to Kroll, to Fostal. Oh dear. I thought we were gonna tick off a new tactic with a very nice, well-worked goal. Right, Fostal to Haftorson. Fostal beats his man. Puts it in. It's cleared though. That was a bad put in. That was almost to the edge of the box when everybody ran forward. Oh no. He's just gone round. That is our player. That's our former player. Making it Sogndal 1, Egersund 0. Can we see exactly? Can we switch angle for this replay? Vertical scroll. Can we see from here? Yeah. Oh, He was almost offside, I'm just saying. Just saying. But he wasn't. So, come on. Let's just go a little bit more attacking and let's just demand a bit more. But we need to see how the players are looking position-wise with the tactical setup. Foster's in again. Ball across. Oh, saved. Come on, though. We created something. Can we just up our tempo a little bit? It's going to be a corner from Half Torsen. Come short from Maui. Back to Half Torsen. To Raslan. Goes across to Steens. Finds himself out wide, and that is not where he's fit, where he's most comfortable. Come on, we're still 1-0 down here. I hate it when you make a change and it doesn't kick in. It just sits in the top corner going, do you want to confirm me or? Okay, I think Half Torsen I'm going to... I'm going to take off... I'm going to take off Steens for Nehemiah and move him onto a support so he just gets a little bit higher, I think. And maybe Mahler at left back just because, well, just because we need some fresh legs, to be honest with you. We went pro straight away, although we only pay like 8 players actual money. My goalkeeper just, sometimes, you know, they come out and they have no interest in getting the ball. The goalkeepers almost just run past it, don't they? Right, Half Torsen goes back to Smith. Come on. Fault Half Torsen again. We're going to go back to Smith. Oh, yeah, back to Smith. Oh, he passed it inside. Right, Abdullah to Bruno. Forward to Kroll. Back to Bruno. Out wide to Mahler. Mahler's in. Play the pass. Play the pass. Ball across. Yes! 28th goal of the season for Samuel Kroll. Makes it 1-1. Now, I would say this tactic is creating a lot of play going forward. A lot of play going forward. Like, if we pause it now. So, we have our anchor man here with our two centre-backs. We have Half Torsen and we have Neymar, the central midfielder on support. We have Kroll, our striker. Maui, our attacking midfielder. Bruno is our left box-to-box. We got our left wing-back and our right wing-back given the width. And I have to say I like it. The only thing I would like is Neymar further forward. But I wonder if Neymar is only supporting because Bruno's got forward. I quite like how that tactic looks so far. I mean, yes, it's an equalising goal in a game we should be winning, but I think that build-up looked quite nice. I would like to see more of how it's looking, but in terms of a opening goal to look at, it had something I liked. Right, it's looking like the game's going to end 0-0, which isn't the greatest. Passing wise, that passing map looks okay. Heat map, I would like to see just the second half heat map. See, this is the issue here, things like this. So that's okay. There. We need to go into it after the game. OM. Obsidian Moon. Hello, welcome in, buddy. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you're well. So we've got a 1-1 draw. I'm going to say we were unlucky because we did put out a new tactic in the second half. Let's go into the actual game. Let's go analyse a bit of data. Teams. Egersund. First off, average positions overall in the second half when we use this new tactic. So there's the anchor, okay. See, Steens, yes, okay. When did we make the substitutions? Was it the last 20 minutes we should look at? Because that's Neymar, Bruno, Maui. Okay. The average position-wise for the last 10 minutes, it doesn't look that good. Doesn't look that good. Neymar maybe is a bit too far forward, to be honest with you. Maybe he should be in more in this gap here. Average positions without the ball. That's okay. I mean, without the ball, I would like you a little bit deeper. Just putting it out there. Yeah, I would like him a little bit deeper. With the ball. So when we have the ball, our anchor's actually dropping a lot deeper. When we don't have the ball, he's pushing up. Maybe I misunderstand what I want the anchor to do, but I want the anchor when we lose the ball to drop in and be an anchor. I mean, I know what you're thinking. Crazy. This is crazy. Let's go to passing. Where did we lose the ball? So passes out of play was 1. Which one am I? Which one's highlighted in my way? Out of play was that one, and that was by half toss, and that probably was a pass out to the right wing back. Unsuccessful. So like this kind of pass here from Abdullah, that's not necessary. I don't want to see that kind of pass. This here, I don't like them. These are okay, I guess. Half Torsen is the one who's doing a lot of it. A lot of our failed passes are half Torsen, to be honest with you. So a couple of things I didn't like then. First off, let's go to this tactic, and let's pick the actual players I would want in it. Okay. I think that has to change to support, but straight away, you have to take few risks. He has to take few risks and not play them silly passes. Half Torsen was this role here. So that's the role which is trying to play silly passes. But he is set to pass shorter. Maybe we could ask him to take few risks. So when he gets the ball, he's looking to pass it to Fossadal, for example. And not try and just go long. You're thinking of developing a nation too here in Brazil because the team hasn't been the same for a few decades. I think it would be nice to try to develop the actual national team. Imagine, see what you can do. See if you can come up with a concept to make it enjoyable, a concept to make it actually work. Trying to work out here how. Could we go to halfback? The halfback drops deeper than the standard defensive midfield in possession and looks to offer outlet quickly recycling, where the anchor is defensive. But he was a bit too high without the ball. I think we're going to go into the next game against odds at home with this tactic, starting with this tactic, but I would like to see a few things change. So we're probably going to go on a bit more of a longer match viewing, probably extended highlights so we can see how the tactic works, see how some of the individual instructions are working. Okay, this is our goalkeeper for next season. So he's Norwegian. He came through a Molde. He's been playing over in Roma for a couple of seasons, but been a backup. Okay. Reflexes of 16, one-on-ones of 15, aerial reach of 17 and 6'3" with a jump reach of 17. With agility of 16, I think is a very, very good keeper. Determination of 19 as well, with decisions of 15. I like what I see. He's costing us 8 million. He's only 28, so we can probably on for 6 or 7 seasons. And in them 6 or 7 seasons, it just will give people like Peter Gross a chance to develop. Because I do actually think Gross could be a good keeper. I also think Ligstad could be a good keeper long term. But they're still young and maybe I would like to send them out on loan, to be honest with you. Gross back out on loan for another season or 2 in Norway before he comes back to be our number 1 even. But for now, I don't think he's quite there. And also, it would be nice if he came back after 2-3 seasons with Norwegian citizenship. Although I think it's 7 years, wasn't it, for that? Let me just check how long he's got left. Days complete 392. Days left 2,163. So he does have quite a few left, but he's a 22-year-old keeper. He could go out on loan for 5 years, come back and still be only 27 and just coming into his prime as a goalkeeper. So I don't mind the idea of paying him to go and play elsewhere in the top division here. as he's just actually been capped by Czech Republic as well. So fair play to him there. Yeah, fair play. Good job him. Why can't I congratulate him? We'll say it and we'll hope that he can feel our congratulations. There we go. Now I can congratulate him. Well done on winning your first cap. Thanks, I worked really hard. You gave a good account of yourself. You should be pleased. So we've got 16 days till the fixture. So let's find the people who are not on international duty, which are these guys here. And I think what we'll do is we'll go to training. We'll go to rest. Okay. Let's just send all of these out on a 1 week holiday. Go and have a holiday, mate. The ones who I can't send on a holiday can just have a no gym week. You can have a holiday. You can have a holiday. You can definitely have a holiday, mate. You as well. See? But I saw Wrestling still didn't get an international call-up. I think he's declared for Syria. When I finish sending all these on a 1 week holiday, we're going to check. Right, yous all go and have a nice holiday. Yous deserve it. Wrestling. Information. Nationality Syrian, 220 caps. Eligible for Syria and Norway. Place of birth was Syria. Unhappy with training. Thanks, mate. Love you too. Happy to be part of the Syrian setup. I mean, he's just not, is he? He's just not even getting called up, so... Okay. Right, so like I say, we've got 16 days till, well, 15 days till the game. We've sent quite a few players on holiday now who are not going to be away on international duty. We've got 35 days till our election. I actually hope we get a new chairman, because our youth facilities need upgrading, and they refuse to upgrade it at the minute. So it would be nice to get a chairman who wants to improve our youth facilities. Now, we currently have 230 million in the bank. I want to try to keep it above 200 million because the dream would be a new stadium. You normally have to wait 25 years for that. Now, we're in 2045. The stadium was built in 2035. So, I don't think we actually even have enough time to get there. But my hope is that the board come in and go, no, we need it. We can't wait. There we go. Scouting is continuing. That is probably something in the next week's video or stream we're going to focus on, is putting together our scouting for 2046 a little bit better. Corbett played for Ireland. 32 caps now at the age of 20 is just insane. So, good job him. We do have quite a few wonder kids in our squad, which is something to be quite proud of, I have to say. I don't want to brag and be like, oh, look at us, we've got wonder kids, but we do. Look at us. Now, Medda, 200 appearances for the club. He's a favoured personnel. He wants 300 grand a week to come back. I'm so desperate to bring him in because I just think he would offer something in that attack midfield position and adds depth, and he's a crowd favourite. But we can't afford 250 grand a week, mate, so please stop asking for it. Please. I'm begging you. Very nicely, please stop. Right, come on. Scandinavian under-17s, you found one goalkeeper or a fickle personality, 5 communication. No, thank you. He actually... Oh, it's a friendly. But he's been capped. He's actually been capped by... I said him on holiday as well. I thought he wasn't on international duty. He's actually been capped by Syria. Speaks of his first cap for Syria. Well done. I'm delighted to have played my first game. It's a dream come true. Well, you were amazing. Good job, you. 17 years old. Came through our academy. Now an international again. We are producing a lot of good players. So I'm very pleased with this. Right, come on. Let's get to this odds game so we can see how this tactic looks. See if it is something we can persist with. Got odds, then Bran, then Besiktas in the Champions League. Sauer played for the under-21 Polish team. Quite a few people played in that game. Arneson, Sauer, Vidja, Mahler, and then Kroll played. Did he score? He didn't score. Only 11 goals for Slovakia, Kroll. But he's doing quite well for us. 112 league goals in 131 games. Danny, good evening, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Thanks for tuning in. We closing in on a game against Odds where we can give this tactic another run out. It did alright. Pulled us back from 1-0 down in the last game. We've already made a couple of adjustments to it, but we just need to keep seeing what we can tweak as we play a couple of games with this tactic now. I think the main reason we came up with this tactic was just by putting our best 7 or 8 players on the pitch and seeing where they fit in, then trying to adjust it from there. Right, come on, see what we've got here. Top recommendation is a Max Honey, a central defender from Frankfurt, who is an elite central defender. They're not prepared to sell him mid-season. Valued up to 87 million. He's not that good technically. 13 for heading, 14 for marking, 13 for tackling. It's not better than what I've got. Mentally, he's really good. And physically, he's really good. But he's only 6 foot as well, so he's not an absolute giant. Not interested, mate. Not interested. Top recommendation. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. One of our players is winning player of the month in the second tier, so fair play to him. 20 years old now. I think we picked him up. Yeah, we paid 4k for him, and this was the season before we've started absolutely bankrolling other clubs in the division. So I apologise, Ranheim, for giving you £4,000, where now players valued at 4,000. We're paying 5 million for to try to help the local teams. So I apologise for being so cheap. Oh dear. How to upset them. We've got a B- for our job security, which is a bit offensive. What they upset about finance? Very disappointed with finance involved in the deal for Simon, who we've sent out on loan. Okay. I don't quite understand what you're upset about. He's out getting some football. And they're also upset about this one, who we lost on a free to Odds. Okay. I mean, well, tough. The only answer I've got. They disappointed by the sale of Buzek. I mean, me too. I'm definitely upset by the defeat of Werder Glimt. Me too. And disappointed with the sale of Nashheim. I'm not going to complain. It's 3 for 3 because I'm also very disappointed by that sale. So I'm glad we're on the same wavelength. Me and the supporters, we are like this. We are like one. We are both pissed off about the exact same things. So that's always nice to see. Let's see what's been said here. The wife's been cleaning out the cupboards, and I've got to say, not impressed. Never a good sign. When they say they're going to start clean out, you know it's going to end in loads of your shit getting pulled out. Why have you got this? Why have you got that? I told you to throw that away a while ago. I told you we didn't need this. That's how it's going to go. So when I finish streaming, I look forward to that bollocking. Give me strength. Okay, countdown to the election continues. The election's 25 days away. Let me see what it says. Been told when the candidate's going to stop. Okay. We'll see what happens. See if the chairman is replaced or if he will continue. So Odds are in third place as well, by the way. So they are 5 points behind us. Werder Glimt are only 2 points behind us. Werder Glimt are at home to Vålerenga. So we need a victory at home here against Odds, because otherwise Werder Glimt could overtake us, and then things get a little bit interesting, shall we say. So let's not give them the opportunity to catch us up more than they already are. Because we need to Well, we don't need to guarantee a league title, but it'd be upsetting if we actually dropped off and didn't win the title. Aston Villa, transfer list notification. He's now been transfer listed for 10 million. This guy came through our academy, but we sold him to Man City. He's just technically not developed at all. When I sold him to Man City, I kind of thought, oh, he's going to develop massively there. Then maybe we can bring him back in time, but he's not developed. I'm not paying 10 million to bring him back. Like, it'd probably be our third choice striker. And we've got a young Polish kid who isn't scoring many, but still has a lot of potential. That guy's 24. He's either got to start doing it or his potential's gone. Could be a late developer. I did see a late developer play the other in between these two streams the other night when I was playing. He got recommended as a player. I think he was like 31, and it said in description late developer. I've not seen many of them come through, so I was quite impressed to see one. Right, come on, here we go. This is the game. This is the game to see if the tactic we've put together is going to actually start to work and look okay. So, team looks fit. Let me make sure there's no one missing on the bench. No. Let me make sure there's no one on the bench who should be in the starting lineup. No. I think this team looks ready to go out and see if we can actually do it. Let me just make sure the set pieces are there. Yep, set pieces are set up correctly. Let's go. Let's go. I'm a bit nervous. We've built a whole tactic completely, and now we're battling to try to secure this title. The media gave you a lot of credit recently. So let's see if we can show them we're worthy of that credit, shall we? Let's go comprehensive for now. And let's go data analysis for a little bit, because I just want to be able to pause it and see how things look. Right, let the attacker mid get forward a bit first. So pass it around. Right, pause it. So we have two centre backs. We have our left full back, our wing back, centre mid, anchor, attacking mid, striker, centre mid. Okay, let the player move on. Goes out to the right wing back. Corbett is supporting a little bit. Kroll looks like he's going to. Maui is slowly coming over, but kind of ran into a dead end there, to be honest with you. Defensively, how we looking? We won it back. Bruno wins it back quickly. Can we counter? Right, Racing. The only issue I've got is I'm wondering if players are getting left a bit on their own. Crawls in. He's offside. Okay. That's one of my concerns, is are my players getting left on their own a little bit too much. As we almost go 1-0 down. Awful camera angle, by the way. Can we find an angle where we can see what we want to see, but at the same time maybe we can. Right, let's mess this around. Camera high. What's that there? That's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's a little bit better at least. Because then yeah, that's a little bit better. We can see better there now. So when they have it thrown in, we've got our centre back, their attacker, Amadou. Steens is there. 2v1 at the back post. Is Bruno, our box to box, is he getting back helping enough? I mean, a box to box, the clue's in the title. He's getting from one box to the other box, so he should be getting back to help. Should be. Right, a corner now for odds. Front post corner. Fostal. Oh, bring it down and get rid of it, please. Right, they've worked an opportunity. I'm going to demand more because we've not had much of a highlight here. Okay, so Amadou now. Goes out to Wrestling. This is the issue. There's nobody there. There's nobody there. Is there a way to just make sure these people are moving the channels, maybe, please. See, he is told to run wide. Stay wider, run wide. When team has the ball, stay wider. Yeah. Okay. Just wondered if asking Bruno to move in the channels might offer a little bit, because Wrestling there picked up the ball and there was no one really to pass to. It goes back to Steens, goes to Corbett, out to Fostal. And it's out for a corner. That currently my big concern is my wing backs are completely isolated with and without the ball. But with the ball, we're not really having many options. We are not having many options. Right, Yilmaz passing around. Diallo at left back for odds. Goes forward to Kozik. Goes inside. Bloom Wagner's out to home. Goes back to Aris. Yilmaz. We're letting them have it there. We're not pressing too much in their half. But again, is that something maybe we can look at doing? Maybe the attacking three we could ask to press a little bit more. Right, Bruno goes out wide to Wrestling. So does he have anyone? It's 2 versus 1, but he does get a ball in. We do get a corner. So I'm wondering if, when we don't have the ball, could we trigger press, mark tighter? They're not told to mark anyone, that's the thing. I would like an option to basically say chase the opposition when we don't have it. I want you to press more. Just say to 1 or 2, please press a bit more. Right, we've got a corner here. Wonder if we just switch to just like I said, just the director role and just see if we can see how the tactic looks from this role a bit. Corner comes in, cleared out. Maui now. No, comes out all right. Bruno, recycle play, goes across to Abdullah. Back to Jones, forward to Corbett. Back to Jones, and the highlight's done. Diallo now for odds. Comes in, Jones gets it away. 6'5" Jones isn't going to lose that header, but oh my days. They go 1-0, and again it's the second ball. It's again the second ball where we are not. We're getting the header away, we're clearing it. See here, Diallo puts it in, we clear it, but then there's nobody. So where is everybody? So that's Wrestling, Amadou, Steens, Bruno's there, Abdullah. Like Bruno should be like here, Abdullah here. Not everybody over one side of the pitch. Like we've got to be working better as a shape, as a unit. Like Corbett across to Abdullah. Come on, time to get back into it. Corbett puts it out wide. Fostal. We get the throw in. Got to work better. Right, Fosterdal now. Goes across the Steens, goes back to him. Into Corbett. Down the line, Fosterdal. Beat your man. No, goes back to Corbett. Now it goes all the way back to Jones. We have to start again. We can't get the ball in. Odds are putting a very good, solid lineup against us here. Like Kozik. Goes back to Yilmaz. Forward. Just think as well, we maybe need to be on them a little bit. I think we're stepping off too much at this point. We're stepping off. Stop crosses. And trap them on the outside. So we're pressing wide. We're pressing on them. Right, Wrestling. Oh, it's a corner. Okay. Come on. Come on, see what we can do. Right, Fosterdal with the corner. Goes short to Maui. To Wrestling. Maui. Fosterdal floats it. Back post. Jones doesn't even jump. Oh. Right, Wrestling, please don't be injured, Wrestling. We do have a replacement in Marla, but I'd prefer you to be on the pitch. Please don't be injured. Okay, he is hopping up, and his It doesn't look injured in a minute. See if that rating changes when this highlight clicks over. But I'm hoping he's okay. I'm going to click the encouragement as well. It's going to be Corbett with the free kick. He's going to shoot, I think. Yeah, he does shoot. I'd prefer him to try to play the pass from there, to be honest. Come on, Bird of Glimt are drawing 0-0. Roslin to Maui. Corbett. Roslin. Amadou. Oh, Maui. Oh, dear me. Come on. Play the football properly, please. Right, Jones goes out wide to Foster. Out back to Jones. Roslin. Beat your man. Beat your man. Oh, come on. Step up, lads. Come on. Holm puts it in. Diallo wins. Oh, my days. Like, this is that type of thing where we look the better team. We're playing good football. We're knocking it around. Boom, they score. We play good football, knocking it around. Boom, they score. That's how I feel like this is going to go. I'm just wondering if we do that. Okay. Remove work ball in the box. So we stop messing around. And just go a bit more direct. So we're still going to be passing the ball. Just try to take control a little bit. Because 58% possession, but we're not being clinical. Right, Raslin to Abdullah. Abdullah to Cobb. See? Remove work ball in the box. They're like, screw it, I'm going to shoot. Come on, Raslin. Steens. Back to Raslin. Goes inside to Abdullah. Forward to Corbett. Goes back to Jones. See, we still play football. Corbett goes out wide to Fosserdal. Back to Jones. To Corbett. Goes across to Bruno. Goes back to Amadou. This better end in a goal. To Bruno. To Steens. For us, by the way. Better end in a goal for us, I should have said. Amadou just goes long, but Kroll gets it. Kroll goes back to Rasselin. Across. Bruno. Oh, my days. Oh, that could have been one of the best goals. Imagine having to go back and find where that play started. Rasselin. To Bruno. Back to Rasselin. Oh. I wanted to see what happens. we looked good. Alright, come on. They put the ball in. It's cleared away though. They get a corner. I'm going to demand more. I think we have to demand more because it's 1-0 odds. Corner comes in. Right, we've got it away. Foster. Oh, just why? I wish there was a way to say, right, when you're clearing corners, stop just getting rid of it. You've got time. Take a touch. Bring it out. Dribble it out if you need to, please. But stop just kicking it away as hard as you can. Ball goes up. 2 minutes. Come on. Corner again. Comes in. Oh, it's a penalty. Oh, we've been the better team, man. We have been the better team. We're gonna go into half time 2-0. After being the better team. I'm not saying I don't have faith that Gross is going to save it, but Hoem with the corner. Oh, he's hit the post. He's hit the post. See there, Rashid. You had time to bring it down. You had time to bring it down. I'm going to say you've been terrible. Because you have. You've been terrible. Right. What can we change? Abdullah's in danger of losing discipline. Then you can come off. Haftorson can come on instead of... I think instead of Bruno, to be honest with you. And Maui, you can come off instead of Guttlesrod. So we made 3 changes there. And I think I would like a higher line as well. And I'm going to actually ask us to counter press. Because I think we're standing off them just a bit too much. It's almost like we're just trying to show them just a little bit too much respect. Right, Raslin. Goes to Amadou. Forward to Haftorson. Goes across to Raslin. And that's out for a throw-in. Berglimt is still 0-0, so we are still top by a point. Right, Raslin floats it in. It's cleared out. We are going to get a corner. And that's a fairly impressive corner the way he headed that. Risky, some would say. Right, come on. Right, Guttlesrod. To Wrestling. Good ball in. Comes out. Niemeyer now. Niemeyer. Okay, we get the throw in. We're looking good. Gonna encourage. Half Torsen. Oh. Yule with the save. Half Torsen gets the free kick on target. Crawl with the corner. I mean, I'd rather you be in the box, Crawl. I'm just saying. Jones. Oh, 6'5". How's he not winning that header? Guttles. Oh, it's deflected. Yes. Own goal from Diallo. That's 1-1. We've looked good after half time here. We're on them a little bit more. We're pressing a little bit better. Let's not let them off now. I'm going to praise the whole team to say, look, the first 5 minutes you've looked good. Let's hope they don't score now and then my praise kicks in. As soon as you can't praise the team while you're in the middle of playing. Right, come on. So it's 6 shots to 6, but we have had a little bit more possession in the game. And I would say, watching the highlights, they look okay coming at us. They do look okay coming at us, but it's almost like we mess up that lets them get at us. Where we actually look like we're knocking on the door to create something special in games. And I think we could put together this tactic to the point where when we do take control, we absolutely batter some people. Right, Guttlesrud to Corbett. Oh. Whoa. Going to switch them two around for a little bit. Guttlesrud as the... Sorry, Corbett as the box-to-box. Half Torsen as the Carello. Come on. Phone's going mental. The baby monitor's on, and every time the girl turns, it sets off the monitor. Right, Fosterdahl wins it. Guttlesrud, who's looked good since he came on. Fosterdahl. Crawl. He's going to get to it. Oh. We get a corner though. Come on, keep believing. Crawl taking another corner just to annoy me. Comes out though. Guttlesrud is going to let it go. Oh. Can is pinging and tinging. Come on, Park Sang Min. That's the name. Come on, plays it forward. Do we win it? We don't. But we are, you can see we are chasing them a little bit more. We are at least trying to stop letting them just have time on the ball. I do wonder how we can look at maybe adjusting a couple of the positions, starting positions maybe. Just see if we can get on them even more. Maybe a second version of this tactic. Comes in, we do get away. Fosterdahl now. Right, take your time. Okay. We'll look to make a couple of changes for the final 20. So Vaslan can come off for Marla. Oh, pardon me. And I think Corbett, maybe we don't really have anyone who could maybe Guttlesrud and Uldal can go in behind the striker, but I think we'll take off Foster and bring on Sivertson because I just think them wing-back positions, fresh legs in them final 20 minutes could be the difference. So I'm going to encourage the team as well. Half Torsen with a free kick though. Tries to be Yule at his post from where his starting position was. We've scored 50 goals now, 24 games, so we are averaging just over 2 a game at the minute, so hopefully we can continue that in today's game. Gross comes on, collects it, well done. Roll it out. Come on, pick your man. Rolls out Amadou. Right, play the pass. Amadou out to Marla. Oh, Marla, don't lose it so easily, man. Right, we win it back though. Crawl to Jones. Forward half Torsen. The run's on. Sivertson, ball across Crawl. Oh, he's offside. Ah, Sivertson, man. Crawl's about to rise like a salmon and put that in the back of the net. Oh, look, we intercepting so much more now. We're pressing a bit more. Right, Crawl goes out wide to Marler. He's brought down. We do get it. Nehemiah floats it in, left-footed. Goes out for a corner. Marler better not be injured from that slight tackle, by the way. And that would really mess up our tactical setup. I think he's okay. I think he would have switched to the tactics screen if he was injured. Right, come on. Corner's going to be by Crawl again. I think I need to go and take over the set pieces for my set piece man. If he keeps selecting our striker as the set piece taker. That's like when Harry Kane was taking them for England. Half toss and Crawl floats it in. Amadou tries to jump, he just doesn't get to it. Counter-attack opportunity for Frogner. The Steens now. Nehemiah, I think, took one for the team there. Come on. It's going to be more encouragement for the last few minutes, but it's looking like a tie game against one of the better teams in the league here. Sivertson, Halftorsen, last opportunity. Crawl. Though we have had a few games where we've nicked it at the last minute. Started to believe a little bit. Right, 10 shots to 8. 4 on target to 3. Possession of 56%. 8 corners from the game. 90% pass completion. We had an 88% tackles completion. Headers of 54%. This is something I do get a bit concerned about. Average rating 6.7. Good high intensity sprints as well. I'm going to say you're unlucky. And I think what I want to do is adjust a couple of things. So I want to go to tactics. So that and that. And then also trap outside and stop crosses because we were pressing a lot better there. And also counter press. Because them adjustments and that, I think. Second half we look good. Second half we looked really, really good. Like, I can't complain of how strong and how attacking and how much we tried to create and unlock the doors. So I've got to say I'm really pleased with how it's come together. We've got some big games coming up. We've got Brann away. Then we've got Stjørdals, Blink and Mannheim. Them are the two games where we can really focus on this tactic. We then got Lecce away in the Champions League before Kongsvinger at home, Viken away before ending at home to Vålerenga. We've also got Bayern Munich and West Ham away to end the season as well, which is some tough games. So I'm going to crack on. Tomorrow I'm going to play some of Football Manager and then also on Thursday. So I think you will be joining me where we come into the start of the next season. So hopefully we can end the season well, and then you will join me as we look to add some additions and start the 2046 season, I think. So I want to thank you for tuning in on tonight's live stream. Make sure you have checked out the other content on the channel. We've got lots of experiments and custom database guides coming up over the next few weeks. So thank you for your support.